I'm elated to announce the announcement of my elation. And the post is LMAO, look at that LinkedIn bio. And his bio says Forbes 30 under 30 reader, TED Talks viewer, LinkedIn top voice muter. So it seems that this man has decided to kind of meme the LinkedIn influencers with his post, and I commiserate with him, and I understand why he's doing it, but at the same time, I don't know about you, man, but this is just another example about how LinkedIn has turned into every other social media site. I mean, there's just memers, and trolls, and parody and fun accounts. I mean, like, it's just not what LinkedIn is meant to be.
No, absolutely not. And also, I mean, it's a little bit discouraging, right? So, because, I mean, you kind of look at this and, like, something that I hear about all these social media platforms is, like, I need to get off of it, right? Like, I need to stay off of Instagram, or I need to stay off of whatever, because, like, anytime that I'm on there, I just get angry or depressed or whatever, and I see all the great highlights of everybody's life. And you would hope that with LinkedIn, it being more of a professional source, right? And that's not something that you should try and, like, cut off, because, like, you need those professional connections and you need that network.
Yeah.
For you to get kind of like that same feeling from a professional environment of, like, hey, you know, this is how great my life is going. It's like, that's not, I don't want to see that. Like, I want to congratulate somebody for starting a new position. I want to hear about this, you know, like the study that they did on how to be productive working from home, or like how to, you know, have that conversation with my boss about a pay raise or something. Like, that's the stuff that I want to see. I don't want to see you in a boat with this great view behind you, you know, that you're like, whatever. I know he's doing it satirically, but I know that some people do that. They just, like, want to parade the best avenues of their life, and it's like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, well, it reminds me of, like, the guys that are, like, on YouTube trying to sell their courses, right? Where they post a picture of them in front of a Lambo, and they're like, "This is why you should listen to me," and all that kind of, it's just, again, it's like the same crap that we're seeing on all the other social media websites, and it's like LinkedIn is, like, literally a professional networking site. And
so I'll give you a little bit of, I mean, like, maybe I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but if there's in the event that someone is trying to sell you on something because they pose in front of a Lambo saying how much they have, or so that way you can be like me, there's a good chance that you are funding their life by buying their course that is absolutely useless. Because, like, if they had it, like, if they could actually do it, they wouldn't need to sell a course for it, right? And, like, there's a good chance that they bought that Lambo in order to try and sell you what they're trying to sell. All marketing scheme. So don't do it. Don't buy them. They're useless.
Yeah, and also, like, it's leased. Like, they didn't buy it.
Or rented for a day. Like, they're just like, hey, I want a yellow Lambo. It's like, you know, that's going to be like $1,800 to rent for the week or whatever. They're like, it's fine, because it'll pay off in like 6 or 7 months whenever I sell however many of these courses that I sell. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, okay. So don't do that. Don't fall for that.
Amen. All right. Next one. So what was your LinkedIn Lunatics score for him? I'm gonna add a button. I'm gonna add a button that, like, pulls up a number whenever I press the button. It's gonna be great.
So I hope that his is satirical. So if his is satirical, I would give him like a 2, maybe.
Okay.
Right? Because, like, I think it's very obvious that he's doing it, you know, like, ironically.
Yeah.
But if this is, like, a legitimate post, like if somebody posts something like this where it's like this really long paragraph of how, like, they feel so accomplished in life and they've done all this kind of crazy stuff, like that kind of stuff, it's like a 6 or a 7. It's like mild annoyance and frustration that I have to scroll past it, and I don't want to see it.
Yeah. All right. I'll give him a 5, because he floats the border of being a lunatic, but also he's not a lunatic, but he's still annoying. So that's what I'll give him. Thanks for watching this segment of the Engineering Success Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All those things really help me out. They boost me up in the YouTube algorithm, and they'll help other people see this great content. Make sure to recommend the podcast to your friends,
You can listen to it on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcast content from. And make sure you leave me 5-star reviews, like all my videos, and consider subscribing on Patreon or Anchor. All those things help me out, and I really appreciate it. Catch you in the next one.